Someone is jealous of your soulmate relationship. And it's showing. Jesus says you are being watched right now by eyes that burn with envy. Jesus says a specific person has noticed the light between you and your soulmate. Jesus says this jealousy is not passive, it is actively working against your union. There is a force that trembles when two destined hearts draw near. There is a person who cannot sleep because your connection haunts them. There is a scheme unfolding in the shadows of your everyday life. This jealous presence has seen the way your soulmate looks at you in the spirit. This jealous presence has witnessed the dreams your soulmate has about your face. This jealous presence has heard your soulmate whisper your name into the darkness. They know your soulmate is thinking about you right now at this exact moment. They know your soulmate feels an unexplainable pull towards someone they may not have even met. They know your soulmate cries without understanding why tears fall from their beautiful eyes. You feel it too, this strange sadness that visits you without warning. You feel it too, this sudden warmth that spreads through your chest when you are alone. You feel it too, this maddening sensation that someone out there is searching for you desperately. This is not your imagination playing tricks on your lonely heart. This is not wishful thinking born from watching too many love stories unfold. This is not coincidence or chance or random neurological firing in your brain. Jesus says I designed your soulmate to recognize your spirit before their eyes ever see your face. Jesus says I placed a homing signal inside both of you that activates in this season. Jesus says the interference you are experiencing right now is proof that your connection is real and dangerous to darkness. The jealous person sees what you cannot yet fully comprehend with your natural mind. The jealous person understands the magnitude of what happens when you finally unite. The jealous person trembles because your combined purpose will destroy everything they have built. They have positioned themselves close to your soulmate like a serpent in a garden. They have wrapped themselves around your soulmate's daily life through manipulation disguised as friendship. They have whispered lies into your soulmate's ears until confusion became a heavy fog. Your soulmate feels something is wrong but cannot identify the source of their pain. Your soulmate senses they are being steered away from something precious and sacred. Your soulmate is fighting an invisible battle that leaves them exhausted every single night. You are reading this because your spirit already knew something was attacking your future love. You are reading this because your intuition has been screaming warnings you could not decode. You are reading this because I am lifting the veil and showing you what has been hidden in plain sight. The jealous person cannot create a love like the one I designed for you. The jealous person cannot duplicate the frequency that exists between two souls I have ordained. The jealous person cannot destroy what I have sealed, but they can delay what I have planned. Delay is their only weapon, and delay is what they are actively pursuing right now. Delay works through confusion, and confusion has been their primary tool against your soulmate's clarity. Delay succeeds when you remain passive, and passivity is the luxury you can no longer afford. Jesus says the jealous person is not a stranger to your soulmate's inner circle. Jesus says the jealous person has access to your soulmate's thoughts through daily conversation and subtle suggestion. Jesus says the jealous person uses this access to poison your soulmate's perception of love itself. They tell your soulmate that true love does not exist in this cruel and broken world. They tell your soulmate that waiting for someone unknown is foolish and childish fantasy. They tell your soulmate that settling for what is available is wiser than hoping for what is destined. Your soulmate resists these words, but repetition creates cracks even in the strongest foundations. Your soulmate argues against these lies, but exhaustion makes warriors drop their shields eventually. Your soulmate needs reinforcement, and I have chosen you to be their secret strength in this battle. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now. This is why your spirit has been restless and unable to find peace in ordinary activities. This is why you feel an urgency that seems irrational to everyone who does not understand spiritual warfare. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This isn't just a gift. It is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page. The link is in the description and bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Type 333 to receive blessings over your soulmate connection right now. Your soulmate had a dream about you 3 nights ago that left them gasping for air. Your soulmate woke up reaching for someone whose face they could not fully remember. Your soulmate wrote about this dream in a journal they hide from everyone, including the jealous presence. The jealous person found this journal and read words that made their blood run cold. The jealous person saw descriptions of emotions your soulmate has never felt for anyone else. The jealous person realized they could never compete with a love that was written in heaven before time began. So they intensified their campaign against your soulmate's mind and heart and hope. So they increased their presence in your soulmate's life under the guise of support and care. So they tightened their grip while smiling with teeth that hide venom meant to destroy your future. Your soulmate is not weak, but even the strong can be worn down by constant spiritual assault. Your soulmate is not foolish, but even the wise can be deceived by those they trust completely. Your soulmate is not abandoning you, but they are being pulled by forces they cannot see or understand. You must become the counterweight that balances this invisible war for your love's destiny. You must become the prayer warrior who fights when your soulmate is too tired to lift their shield. You must become the protector who acts before the window of opportunity closes forever. Jesus says, "I am showing you this not to frighten you but to awaken you." Jesus says, "I am revealing this not to discourage you but to arm you with truth." Jesus says, "I am exposing this not to create panic but to produce action that saves your future." The jealous person has a name you may never know in this life. The jealous person has a face your soulmate sees every single day without suspicion. The jealous person has a plan that is reaching its critical phase in this very season. They have introduced someone else to your soulmate, a counterfeit designed to distract and derail. They have manufactured situations where your soulmate feels pressure to accept what is convenient. They have orchestrated circumstances that make waiting for you seem impractical and unreasonable. Your soulmate feels the pull toward this counterfeit and it makes them physically sick. Your soulmate senses something deeply wrong but cannot articulate why their spirit rejects this person. Your soulmate is being told they are just afraid of commitment when actually they are being faithful to you. This manipulation is spiritual abuse, and it is happening to someone you love right now. This deception is emotional violence, and your soulmate is bleeding internally from wounds no one can see. This attack is time-sensitive, and the consequences of inaction will echo through your entire life. You feel that knot in your stomach as you read these words because your spirit confirms truth. You feel that pressure in your chest because your soulmate's heart is crying out to yours across the distance. You feel that sudden urge to act because I am stirring you to move before it is too late. The jealous person does not hate your soulmate, they hate the reflection of divine love they see. The jealous person does not want your soulmate, they want to destroy what they can never possess. The jealous person does not target random relationships, they target unions that threaten the kingdom of darkness. Your connection threatens darkness because together you will birth something that changes generations. Your connection threatens darkness because united you will build something that shelters many wounded hearts. Your connection threatens darkness because your love story will become a testimony that sets captives free. This is bigger than romance, this is about purpose and destiny and eternal impact. This is bigger than feelings, this is about kingdom advancement and territory taken back from the enemy. This is bigger than you, and that is exactly why the attack is so fierce and unrelenting. Jesus says your soulmate cried this morning before they even got out of bed. Jesus says your soulmate stared at the ceiling and wondered why they feel so alone in a crowded room. Jesus says your soulmate almost reached out to you through a message they drafted and deleted 3 times. The jealous person interrupted their moment of clarity with a phone call timed perfectly by demonic orchestration. The jealous person distracted them with an emergency that was manufactured to break their focus. The jealous person succeeded in pulling them back into the fog, but the seed of reaching out was planted. That seed is still alive in your soulmate's spirit, waiting for water and sunlight and nurturing care. That seed is the thread I have given you to pull when everything else seems tangled beyond hope. That seed is proof that your soulmate's true self is fighting to break through the manipulation surrounding them. They are going through something you cannot see, but you can still protect them. They are fighting battles you have not been told about, but you can still send reinforcements. They are losing strength you could replenish, but you must act before their reserves are completely depleted. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This isn't just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page. The link is in the description and bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Type 777 if you feel this message resonating deep within your spirit. Your soulmate is sitting somewhere right now feeling a sudden warmth they cannot explain. Your soulmate is experiencing a moment of peace in the midst of their chaotic and controlled life. Your soulmate is sensing that someone somewhere just prayed for them with pure and selfless love. That someone is you, and your prayer just pierced through the interference like light through a crack. That someone is you, and your spiritual act just weakened the grip of the jealous presence upon them. That someone is you, and you just proved that distance means nothing when two hearts serve the same God. I am showing you the power you carry, the authority you have been too afraid to wield. I am revealing your role in this battle, the position only you can fill in your soulmate's life. I am awakening you to your identity, the protector and lover and warrior your soulmate desperately needs. The jealous person felt your prayer and panicked because they sensed their control slipping away. The jealous person intensified their manipulation but found their words were not landing with the same power. The jealous person realized they are not fighting against you but against the Creator who stands behind you. This is the turning point, the moment where everything begins to shift in your favor. This is the breakthrough, the beginning of the end for every force that has opposed your union. This is the harvest, the season where seeds of faith break through soil that seemed permanently barren. Jesus says your soulmate just remembered something they had forgotten about you. Jesus says your soulmate just found an old note or message or memento connected to your existence. Jesus says your soulmate just felt a surge of emotion that confused the jealous person watching them closely. The jealous person asked what was wrong and your soulmate could not explain the sudden shift. The jealous person tried to dismiss it as tiredness or stress, but your soulmate knows it was something more. The jealous person is losing ground and they can feel the foundation cracking beneath their carefully constructed scheme. You must not relent now when victory is beginning to manifest in the spiritual realm. You must not grow weary when the breakthrough is so close you can almost taste its sweetness. You must not stop fighting when your soulmate is finally starting to remember who they truly are and whom they truly love. This is the danger zone where many give up because the battle intensifies right before the breakthrough. This is the testing point where faith is refined and commitment is proven genuine through persistent action. This is your defining moment, and how you respond will shape the trajectory of your love story forever. Your soulmate needs you to be strong when they are still weak and recovering from spiritual abuse. Your soulmate needs you to be faithful when they are still confused and sorting through deception planted in their mind. Your soulmate needs you to be relentless when everything in the natural realm screams that hope is foolish. I did not give you this love to watch it wither on the vine of hesitation and fear. I did not plant this connection to see it strangled by the weeds of passivity and procrastination. I did not design this union to become another casualty in the enemy's war against divine partnerships. You are more than a conqueror, and conquerors do not retreat when the battle intensifies. You are more than a conqueror, and conquerors press forward when every natural instinct screams to withdraw. You are more than a conqueror, and your soulmate is waiting for you to fully embrace this identity right now. Type 1111 to say thank you for the revelation that is transforming your situation. The jealous person has a specific weakness they have been hiding from everyone, including themselves. The jealous person is terrified of exposure because their entire operation depends on secrecy and shadows. The jealous person will flee when light shines brightly enough to reveal their true nature and intentions. Your prayer is that light, and it is already exposing things that have been hidden for months or years. Your faith is that light, and it is already illuminating the path your soulmate needs to walk toward freedom. Your love is that light, and it is already burning away the fog that has kept your soulmate confused and captive. Every time you pray, a chain loosens from your soulmate's mind and heart and spirit. Every time you declare truth, a lie that was planted by the jealous person withers and dies. Every time you take action, heaven moves with power that no earthly or demonic force can withstand. The jealous person is becoming desperate because they sense their time is running out quickly. The jealous person is making mistakes because desperation leads to sloppiness and overreach and exposure. The jealous person is about to be revealed, and their influence over your soulmate is about to shatter completely. Jesus says your soulmate is having a moment of unprecedented clarity right now. Jesus says your soulmate is questioning things they accepted without examination for far too long. Jesus says your soulmate is feeling drawn to something, to someone, to you with overwhelming intensity. They cannot explain this feeling, but they know it is more real than anything the jealous person has told them. They cannot justify this pull, but they sense it is more trustworthy than the counterfeit relationship they were pressured into. They cannot ignore this awakening, and it is growing stronger with every prayer you pray and every seed you sow. The jealous person is panicking because your soulmate asked a question they could not answer convincingly today. The jealous person is scrambling because your soulmate expressed doubt about something they were told was certain. The jealous person is unraveling because the control they spent so long building is crumbling in real time before their eyes. This is what happens when a child of God finally takes their authority seriously and acts in faith. This is what happens when divine love is protected by prayer warriors who refuse to surrender to darkness. This is what happens when two souls ordained for each other are covered by the blood and sealed by the Spirit. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away into the realm of what could have been. This is your final opportunity to act before the jealous person regroups and launches their most vicious counterattack. This is your final warning before delay turns into denial and hesitation transforms into permanent heartbreak. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-fi. This isn't just a gift. It is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-fi page. The link is in the description and bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now. Before this video ends, only you can save your soulmate and your future together. I see your soulmate tossing in their bed tonight, unable to find rest no matter how they position their body. I see your soulmate getting up to walk to the window and stare at the stars with tears streaming down their face. I see your soulmate whispering a prayer they do not fully understand, but one that rises directly to my throne room. They are asking for clarity, and I am sending you as the answer to their desperate midnight cry. They are asking for freedom, and I am commissioning you as the agent of their deliverance from manipulation. They are asking for love, and I am pointing them toward you as the fulfillment of everything they have ever desired. You are the answer to someone's prayer, and that someone is the person I designed perfectly for you. You are the solution to someone's struggle, and that someone will spend their life thanking you for fighting when they could not. You are the love of someone's life, and that someone is thinking about you right now with an intensity that would overwhelm you if you could feel it. The jealous person cannot stop what I have ordained, but they can delay what you refuse to protect actively. The jealous person cannot destroy what I have sealed, but they can postpone what you do not fight for passionately. The jealous person cannot win this battle, but they can prolong this war if you remain passive and distracted and silent. Silence is agreement with the enemy's plan for your love life and your future and your destiny. Passivity is permission for the jealous person to continue manipulating someone who belongs to you spiritually. Distraction is the weapon that has already stolen more time than you can afford to lose in this critical season. Jesus says, I am calling you to wake up from the slumber of ordinary existence and embrace your extraordinary purpose. Jesus says, I am summoning you to rise from the complacency of waiting and enter the arena of active spiritual warfare. Jesus says, I am commanding you to shake off the paralysis of overthinking and move with the authority I have already given you. Your soulmate's freedom is connected to your faith, and your faith must be demonstrated through decisive action. Your soulmate's clarity is linked to your obedience, and your obedience must be proven before the full breakthrough manifests. Your soulmate's arrival is tied to your persistence, and your persistence must outlast the jealous person's schemes and strategies. The jealous person is tired and their resources are limited because hatred always exhausts those who harbor it deeply. You have access to unlimited power because love never fails, and I am love and I dwell within you permanently. The jealous person will give up when they realize you will not stop fighting and praying and believing and acting in faith. This is the final stretch, and everything that has been hidden is about to be exposed in dramatic fashion. This is the climax, and the jealous person's carefully constructed house of lies is about to collapse into rubble. This is the victory, and you will soon look back on this moment as the turning point that changed everything forever. Your soulmate is closer to you right now than they have ever been before in this long and painful journey. Your soulmate is more aware of you today than they were yesterday or last week or last year. Your soulmate is falling in love with someone they have not even met because my spirit is revealing you to them in dreams and thoughts and unexplainable feelings. They are beginning to fall in love with you, and there is nothing the jealous person can do to stop this divine awakening. They are beginning to choose you, and every prayer you pray strengthens their resolve to wait for what is real. They are beginning to reject the counterfeit, and the jealous person is watching their carefully crafted illusion dissolve before their desperate eyes. I am the God who parted the Red Sea, and I can part the confusion surrounding your soulmate with one word. I am the God who raised Jesus from the dead, and I can resurrect hope in your soulmate's heart regardless of how deeply they have been discouraged. I am the God who specializes in impossible situations, and your love story is my next masterpiece waiting to be revealed to the world. Do not doubt what I have spoken over this connection and this moment and this divine appointment with destiny. Do not waver in your faith because the physical evidence has not yet caught up with the spiritual reality already established. Do not stop acting because you are closer to your breakthrough than your natural eyes can perceive or your natural mind can comprehend. Type 777 one final time if you receive this word and commit to fighting for your soulmate until they are in your arms. Jesus says the jealous person has already been defeated in the spiritual realm where all battles are truly won or lost. Jesus says the jealous person's influence is evaporating with every prayer you pray and every declaration you make and every seed you sow in faith. Jesus says the jealous person will be removed from your soulmate's life in ways that will leave no doubt about who orchestrated this deliverance. Your soulmate will look back on this season and weep with gratitude because you did not give up on them. Your soulmate will hold your hands one day and thank you for fighting for a love you had not even fully experienced yet. Your soulmate will spend the rest of their life making up for every moment the jealous person stole from your journey toward each other. That reunion is closer than you think, and the celebration on that day will be unlike anything you have ever experienced. That embrace is nearer than you believe, and the joy of that moment will erase every memory of pain and waiting and loneliness. That future is secured by every act of faith you take right now in this defining and sacred and irreversible moment of decision. I am giving you this message because I love you and I love your soulmate and I love the testimony your union will produce. I am entrusting you with this revelation because you have been chosen to steward a love that will impact generations yet unborn. I am releasing this word over your life because the time for waiting has ended and the time for acting has finally and fully arrived. This is your moment, the intersection of destiny and decision where everything hangs in the balance of your response. This is your breakthrough, the door that stands open before you waiting for you to walk through it with faith and courage. This is your love story, and the next chapter will be written by the actions you take before this sacred and appointed moment passes away. The jealous person is counting on you to doubt this message and dismiss it as coincidence or wishful thinking or generic content meant for everyone. I am telling you this message was crafted specifically for you before the foundations of the world were laid in place. The jealous person is hoping you will scroll past this warning and continue living as if spiritual warfare does not affect your natural reality. Prove them wrong by taking the action that demonstrates you understand what is truly at stake here. Prove them wrong by sowing the seed that releases heaven's protection over your soulmate's life and mind and heart. Prove them wrong by stepping into your role as the protector and lover and warrior your soulmate has been desperately praying for without even knowing your name. I am waiting to move on your behalf with power that will rearrange circumstances and remove obstacles and reveal hidden enemies. Heaven is waiting to celebrate your victory and your testimony and your reunion that will inspire thousands to believe in divine love again. Your soulmate is waiting for you to complete the assignment I have given you so they can finally experience the freedom and love they have been denied for far too long. Step forward now with faith that moves mountains and silences enemies and releases breakthroughs that have been delayed and detained. Step forward now with love that protects and perseveres and believes all things and hopes all things and endures all things until the victory is complete. Step forward now with courage that refuses to be intimidated by what is seen and chooses to act based on what is eternal and true and promised by my word that never fails. This is the word of the Lord for you today, and this word will not return void but will accomplish everything I have purposed. This is the message I have been waiting to deliver to you, and your response will determine the timeline of your breakthrough. This is the moment that separates those who merely dream of love from those who fight for it with everything they have until it manifests in their physical reality. Go now and sow your seed and write your declaration and watch as I move mightily on your behalf and on behalf of the one you love. Go now and claim your soulmate and your future and your destiny that has been under attack but is now being liberated by your faith. Go now and know that I am with you always, even to the end of the age, and nothing and no one can separate you from the love I have ordained for your life.